Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, for the past few weeks, I've been coming on sharing the secret sauce, the code, the keys of getting to your first $100,000 in business, your next $100,000 in business, especially if you are working a corporate job and you are building the business on the side, or if you are a full-time, part-time entrepreneur, contractor, you're working in someone else's business full-time, part-time, and you're like great at making the magic happen in all their things. But when it comes to your business, it's like dust in the corner. You can hear the crickets at night and you're like, why can't I make magic in my own business? Regardless of which two categories you're in, today we are talking about why you are still stuck at the offer stage. Why you are still stuck at the offer stage, especially if you're working a 9-to-5 job while building a business on the side. I am Charlene. I am the CEO of Boss Building Your Way, and I help entrepreneurs all around the world make 5 and 6 and multiple 6-figure leaps in their business using team systems, business development, education, and strategy. So they are able to get traction and momentum and movement in their business without sacrificing their quality of life. That's what it's about. It's about building that business on the side so that you can have the time that you want to spend with who you want, how you want it, right? It's all about having the freedom to do whatever it is your heart desires. And for those who are working a 9-to-5 job, it's like your pre-game strategy to help you finally jump, make the leap, and lean out of your corporate job and come into this entrepreneurship thing full time so you can like unleash your untapped potential and use your brilliance to make magic happen in your own life and in your own business so you can shift, create, and redefine what legacy looks like and what it means to you. Let's dig in. When I work with my clients, guys, the first thing I like to do is take inventory of their vision, their potential, and the profit centers within their existing business based on their existing business model. Let me say this because this one is really, really important, okay? For you all listening and watching right now, I want to focus on the potential part of that equation, the potential part of the inventory check that I take when I bring on clients within my business. Many miss out on the potential that is right under their noses. You may be missing out on the potential, the moneymaker, the huge profit center that is under your nose. It's the story, the talent, the skills, the gifts, what you find easy to do that others find difficult to do. It's your untapped, limitless potential that literally resides within you. Your stories, your talent, your abilities, your gifts, the things that you find easy that other people find difficult to do, the things that are natural to you when others look at you doing it, it's like, wow, how did you do that? It seems so effortless and it seems so easy for you. But for others, it is difficult. They don't want to spend the time in doing it because that's not their zone of genius. Guys, listen to me. Write this down. Write this down. Those things that I just mentioned right there are the doors and windows of opportunities that you need to look at and focus and open up first. This is one of the main reasons why many entrepreneurs, whether you started your business yesterday, a year ago, or 5 years ago, this is one of the major reasons why they are stuck in the offer stage of their business, or regardless of how many programs they go through, they come back to the offer page, the offer stage of their business, right? What I want you to do is stop trying to do what everyone else is doing in your space or in your marketplace or in your industry. I want you to stop running away from your gifts and your talents. This is going to be super important, especially for those who are working a 9-to-5 job, for those who are in corporate. Let me explain to you. If you work a corporate job, maybe you're working in the government space, you're a federal employee. I want you to think about all the skills that you have gained from your certifications, your continuing education, your management and leadership skills and roles, those other assigned duties that we get tacked on throughout the year. That does, many cases, result in the bonuses that we receive or the awards and accolades that you get. I want you to think about the projects you've led, the teams that you've led or even developed. I want you to think about that subject matter expertise that you provide. I want you to think about the conversations that you have had with decision makers who are around the tables to make decisions. And those people trust and they value your thoughts and your opinions. And many times your ideas become a part of the company's solutions or project solutions, even if you aren't the direct decision maker who sits at the table or who is a part of the equation. I want you to think about all of that. And if you have a moment with me right now, I want you to pull out something to write with. Pull out paper, pull out pen, pull something out to write with. I want us to do an exercise right now because it is this inability to see our brilliance that stagnates us in our ability to move our business to the next level. Because again, we're stuck in the offer stage. Who is my client? What do I offer? What value do I bring? How can I solve a problem? We get stuck in that. And today I want to get you unstuck. I need to get you unstuck. Your business needs to get unstuck. And this is just a foundational part of helping you get there. So grab something to write with. And this video may not stay on for long. I may actually remove this video and put parts of it into my portal because I want to make sure that those who watch me, those who come on and watch me live or who watch the replay within 24 hours, that you get the information that you need, but I need you to take action. I need you to start being a person of taking action because wealth requires speed, and that speed is in your ability to make decisions. So today I'm helping you figure some things out so you can make a decision. So if you're watching the replay, put #replay because this video might not stay on for long because I need you to take action and make the change this week, today in your business. Okay. You should have something to write. You should have something to write with right about now. I want you to write down, what are you good at? What are you good at? What do you excel in? What do you excel in? What comes easy and natural to you that other people say is not easy for them? What does everyone come to you for? Life, business, at the workplace? What certifications, talents, and skills do you have? If you work a 9-to-5 job, I want your focus in answering these questions to be at the workplace. If you're an entrepreneur, full-time, I want your focus to be on in your business. Okay? Because for those who are full-time in their business, this information will still help you. Stay tuned in, listen, and do the exercise, go through the process. But for those who are in a 9-to-5, this is specifically for you. I need you to fill in the gaps that create the gaps that keep you stuck in the offer stage. I'm gonna repeat it. What are you good at? What do you excel in? What comes easy to you? What does everyone come to you for? What certifications, talents, skills do you possess? Okay. I'm going to give you a whole minute to go ahead and think that through. For those who are live, I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and think that through. I'm going to wait here for you also to think that through because I want you to start taking rapid action starting today and getting unstuck. Welcome, welcome, welcome for all of those who are joining. What we are doing right now is we are getting out of the cycle of being stuck in the offer stage of business, because in working with hundreds of clients, this is where a lot of people continue to go back to. What is my offer? What do I provide? What is my solution? Who is my audience? Every program you go into, you're going right back to the same place. And this is you being stuck in this phase is a major reason why we can't jump into six figures and multiple six figures in the business. And what I mentioned earlier, for those who are doing the exercise right now, continue doing the exercise. But what I mentioned earlier is the fact that when I get clients, the first thing I like to do is take inventory of their vision, their potential, and the profit centers within their business based on their existing business model. And today we're talking about the potential part of the equation, okay? The potential part of the equation. So right now we are writing down what we are good at, what we excel at, what comes easy to us that's difficult for others. What does everyone come to you for? What certs, talent, skills do you possess? Okay. So now you should have that written down. When you're done, I want you to do this. Okay. Clearly identify what problem you can solve for each of the things that you wrote down. Whatever you said you were good at, whatever you excelled at, whatever came easy to you, whatever people come to you for, whatever certifications, talents, skills, gifts, whatever you have, for every single one, clearly identify the problem you can solve for each of those things. Don't worry about whether it's realistic, if it makes sense, if it's noteworthy, if it's a good idea. Don't worry about that. Right now, we are using our imagination, which is a gift that God has given to us. Okay. Our imagination, our creativity. That's what we're doing right now. We're not worrying about what others would think about us, or what they would say, or how they would receive or perceive whatever the solution is to the problem that we are talking about at the moment. That's not a part of the equation. And honestly, sometimes we are not able to be creative and be imaginative because we are so worried about what other people will think or say. Listen, if you're not trying to be those other people, trying to have their life, why do you care? And even if you did, why do you care? Right? Don't stunt your growth. Don't already stop your creativity and the imaginative state that we're in right now, because we're allowing those things to come into our space. Remove it. For all the things you just wrote down, guys, clearly identify what problems you can solve for each. And many of these, you can solve more than one problem. Write them down. Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds. Write them down. Every single one. We're doing work today. I love work. Love transformation. We got to get unstuck with being in the offer stage. About 10 more seconds left to write that down. Now that you've written that down, how is it of value to others? All the problems that you wrote down that you can solve, right? All the problems that you wrote down that you can solve based on what you're good at, what you excel at, what comes easy to you, what people come to you for constantly, your certifications, your gifts, your talents, your skills, right? How is the solution that you can provide, the solution that you can provide, how is that of value to those people? Remember, if you're in the workplace at a 9-to-5, I want you to think about work. All the problems that you're solving based on all the things you're good at, I want you to put this in the context of work. And for those who are full-time entrepreneurs, put it in the context of your business. Okay? How is your solution of value to the people? For every single problem you just wrote down that you can solve, your solution, how is it of value? 10 seconds. You may have to go back to this video and really watch it, pause it, and do the work. Please do the work. We want to go to the next level, but we're not willing to do the work. Sometimes the work requires you to go all the way back to the basics to do it the right way so you can get unstuck, so you can stop going back to the same stage of business. Because if you keep going back to the same stage of business, you're not going to go into the next stage of business, right? All right. Now think about this. Without your solution, without your genius, whatever it is, a process, a method, a framework, your expertise, whatever it is, without your genius, without that solution, what would happen or continue to happen with all of those problems that we identified earlier in the conversation? Without your genius, the solution you provide, what would happen or continue to happen with all the problems we've identified? If you're in a 9-to-5, if you're in corporate, you're in the federal space, a government job, answer the question based on your job. If you're a full-time entrepreneur, base it on your clients and what you do in your business. Now, regardless of how much you are getting paid right now by your clients, or regardless of how much you are getting paid right now for your skill sets at the workplace, answer this question. What would you charge if you were the person on the receiving end of that solution? What would you charge if you were the person on the receiving end of the solution? So you had all the problems we identified earlier, those are all your problems. The value we talked about earlier, that's the value that the solution will bring to you. Without the solution, these are all the things that would happen or continue to happen based on the problems. What would you charge to get that solution if you were the person on the receiving end? In the workplace, please don't think about what you're getting paid right now in your corporate job. I don't care if it's $50 an hour and you're getting paid 80 grand a year, 120 grand a year, $300,000 a year. That still is not enough for your brilliance. That still is not enough for the value you bring to the table. And you know that. You haven't realized that yet. You haven't connected the dots yet. But we're going to do that today. Okay? What would you charge? Think about how much easier things would be for the person who's getting the solution. If you were getting the solution, how much time would they save, or would you save? Energy, frustration, money, overwhelm. How much time, energy, frustration, overwhelm, money would be saved because of the solution? Write that down. Welcome to all those just joining. You will have to go back and watch this video, put #replay. This video might not be on for very long, meaning I might take it down. I got to think about it for a moment. I really want you guys to watch this video and take action and start making decisions and start connecting the dots. For those who are working a 9-to-5 job, here's a pro tip. I want you to think about this. And this may still apply to those who are in entrepreneurship full-time. But if you work a 9-to-5 job, you're working in corporate, you have a federal job, and you are trying to build your business on the side, I want you to remember this. Remember this. You work a 9-to-5 and you're trying to use all those skills that you've gained, that you have, as the leverage to springboard your business, right? But you must first understand the value you bring to the table before you can be clear on the vision and the value that you want to bring to the entrepreneurial table that will have that you are literally building from the ground up. I want to repeat that. If you work a 9-to-5, you're in corporate, you have a federal job, whatever it is, you're working a 9-to-5, and you are trying to use the skills, the talents, the gifts, the brilliance that you have from that space as the leverage to springboard your business, you must first understand the value you bring to that table in the workplace before you can be completely confident and clear on the value you will bring to this entrepreneurial table. Because this table, this entrepreneurial table, you're building from scratch. What am I talking about? What does that mean? You have to understand your value. You have to understand your value and who that value best serves so you can position yourself and your offer in the marketplace. If you don't know the value you bring to the table, at your 9 to 5, in the corporate space, on the projects you're on, in the spaces that you're in the teams that you lead, in all the things, all the magic you make happen, if you don't clearly understand the value you bring to that table, you will not understand the value that you will bring to the table in this entrepreneurial space with clients, because you're building this from the ground up. You're building this from scratch. And when you work a 9 to 5, 90% of the time, you're walking into something that was already there, already created, and you are given a position or a leadership role to come into. Even if you have to build a team, even if it's a new project, the infrastructure was already there 90% of the time. So if you can't figure out your brilliance in that space, if you can't figure out how you are the asset in that space, it'll be very difficult to figure out how you're an asset in this entrepreneurial space. And that is why you are still stuck in the offer stage in your business. If you are working a corporate or 9 to 5 job and trying to build a business on the side, and you're constantly cycling through the process of what is my offer? What value did I bring? What solution do I provide? Who is my audience? There's a connection that's missing there. And what I need for you to do today is to close the gap, find the connection, and start getting aligned. Because when you're able to do that, then you are better able to direct your time, your energy, and your money to the things that align with the results you desire. When you're able to do that, then you're going to be able to direct your time, energy, focus, and money to the things that are aligned to the results you desire. So my question to you is, what is your value? What is the value in your offer? And how are you directing your time, energy, and focus to sell that offer? Because we talked earlier in this month about the importance of being able to make more leverage offers than sell. If you're making under $250,000 in revenue in your business, your number one priority is to make more leveraged offers. But if you're unclear with what the offer is, what your value is, what the solution is, who your market is, you're not going to get there. It's that simple. You're not going to get there. So today we got to get you unstuck, right? Get unstuck, do the work. Listen, I often tell people, when you work a 9 to 5 job and you're building a business on the side, or you are a part-time entrepreneur, maybe you're a full-time entrepreneur or entrepreneur, which basically means your entire time or focus and energy is not 100% on the business because you have other competing priorities. You may be working in someone else's business part-time or full-time, or you may have a 9 to 5. Regardless of what the thing is, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. And there are ways that you can build and grow your business based on where you are right now in life. That's the season of life, and what cycle of business that you're in. And what we have to get clear on is the fact that you're not going to be able to build your business to multiple 6 figures and above if you're trying to do what full-time entrepreneurs are doing in their business when they have a team of 10 and 20 and 50, when you are the only one in your business, maybe with an admin or a VA, trying to do all the things while you're juggling the other things in life, like your 9 to 5 or working in someone else's business part-time or full-time, right? So we have to be able to strategize what we do, how we spend our time, so that we are focusing on the right levers, the right things within our business, so we can still gain traction, momentum, and movement in our business without missing a beat, You can do it. You do not have to quit your job to make 6 figures, consistent 5 figures, or multiple 6 figures. Again, let me repeat. You do not have to quit your job in order to get there. But there are things, there are strategies, there are methods, there are frameworks that you do need to use in order to help you do both, right? And it's not copying, pasting, and doing what other people are doing who are not even in your situation, or who has never understood your situation, and all you're doing is copying and mimicking what they're telling you to do based on their vantage point where they are now. But you can't do all the things, and we're creating our own sense of frustration and overwhelm and exhaustion because we're trying to keep up with something that we physically and literally cannot do because our time is more limited than someone who has who's in their business full time and who has a team in the background doing all the heavy lifting for them. You may not have that, but you can still build your business and grow your business to your heart's desires. But you just have to pull the right levers at the right time. I really want you guys to be super successful. I know you can be successful. I know it feels difficult. It feels hard, but I promise you it's not. Money is nothing. Money is nothing more than your ideas implemented. Money is nothing more than your ideas implemented. The issue here is, do you have the discipline to implement those ideas with consistency? And do you have the discipline to implement those ideas as if you are a scientist? Because business is all about experimentation. It's all about testing. It's all about tweaking and adjusting. And the biggest thing, it's all about failing and developing a positive relationship with failing and being okay with failing, because that's where the lessons lie, in your failures, because you know this doesn't work. So now we adjust, we tweak, we retest, and we do something else. Oh, that didn't work. We adjust, we tweak, we keep going. Okay, no problem. The reason why people become super successful in entrepreneurship is because they outlast the people who quit because of failure. Don't be that one. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. The world needs what you have. All right, gotta go. All right, guys. Again, my name is Shirlene, CEO of Boss Building Your Way. And in this space, we help entrepreneurs all around the world make 5 and 6 and multiple 6-figure leaps in their business with strategy, with team, with business development, education, so that they are able to make financial leaps in their business without sacrificing their quality of time. See you next week, same time, same place. Bye, everyone.